The views, man. Listen, social media has created a bunch of crazy people who are not doing what they do for the money, even if sometimes they do make money. But they are really doing everything they do for the dopamine. The dopamine from all the people who are laughing in the comments who are as stupid as them, all the likes, all the reposts, and the fact that people are talking about you. Because years ago, 20 years ago, to be famous, you had to do something. You had to, I don't know, stop a war, start a war. You could be infamous or famous. You had to do a great song that everybody would buy, and then you would be famous. Or you had to create the iPhone with your team, and you would be famous. Nowadays, you can be just some stupid guy doing stupid pranks, and you become famous, and you have lots of followers who are as dumb as you, who will come and tell you do more, and then you will do more and more and more and more until it bites you in the ass. And the social media has just created this thing where people will do anything for the likes, the comments. People love seeing people commenting on their posts and saying stuff, and they can either go happy, or they can go angry, or they can be depressed, or they can feel not enough. If there's no comments or no likes on the post, people are going to be depressed, because the dopamine is a drug that is created by your body. And when you see something that makes you post something and you create a reaction, or you post something offensive on Twitter and you have all these reaction, this adrenaline that you feel, this feeling that you feel, is the dopamine. And you feel that you exist. And people are ready for anything so they could exist. And this is the case of this young kid that is called Mizzy. So let me look at the news where so he's a guy that does pranks on he's a kid. He's 18 years old, and he does pranks on TikTok, and he goes into people's houses. So imagine you here in your house, and the guy trespasses in your house, just because it's funny. And he says that this is just for the views. And these are the kids that these societies are creating. I'm trying to find a video when he gets into somebody's home. I don't know if Mizzy goes. Let me see if I can find it. And it's interesting that people are saying that this is TikTok creating all these people. It's not TikTok. It's social media in general. Could be TikTok, could be Instagram, could be. So, okay, there it is. This is the kid Wait. Let me turn on the sound on exactly. They know zero boundaries. Exactly. Maman Dalia, what up? They were crazy already. They just got the platform. That's true. That is so true. So let me turn on the sound of Chrome. Right. So this is him walking into random houses. Oh, where's the sound? Well, the sound is here. Okay. Can I go back?
James? Come to the front door right now, please.
James?
James. Hi.
You man, come.
Hello, James.
We need to speak to James.
James.
Hi.
Hi. James.
Is this
Right,
where the
let's
study
go
group is?
No. No. What door number is this? No.
Study group.
5:30. Come on. Come on. It's big. Come on, guys. Come on.
Wait, this is not where the study
Look
group
at these
is.
idiots.
Oh, you got kids? Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought this was the study group.
With his friends.
Ain't this the study group?
Come on, man. Listen. There are some countries where you would do that and you get shot. You get shot. And listen, because you're trespassing. Something like, do that in Texas and you'll see what happened to your ass. Tell me what up. And yo, I don't understand these people. These guys going way too far.
YouTuber and TikToker Mizzy has been fined £365 and
Only?
is banned from using social media after his latest prank video of him entering someone's house without permission led him to handing himself in for arrest. Today in court he was given a criminal behaviour order which bans him from doing that again. Also, he's banned from retail stores, schools and Westfield Stratford until 2025. If he breaches the order, he could go to prison. YouTuber and TikTok.
That
nice
kid
dog.
is good. Look at this.
Boom gang, whole lot of gangs. We outside.
We need to talk about our D-bag of the day. An 18-year-old by the name...
What is this? Oh,
Do you remember when
Lord.
pranks were like? Did you know them?
Paramedic. What's
Most
Anyway,
paramedic?
that kid is just nuts. So he got charged now. I think he still did another TikTok. He wanted to go inside of whatever, and now he's going to jail. I mean, not a long time. He's 18. He's a kid, but yeah, he pleaded not guilty with 3 breaches of criminal behavior order imposed for posting a prank video on TikTok. Was charged by the Metropolitan Police on Saturday morning after being arrested on Friday. And I'm like, so I don't know if you saw his interview on Piers Morgan. Wait. Let me see.
As a fast track to fame and fortune, people you've never heard of can become very famous and very wealthy very quickly from the business of bagging clicks and followers online. But with more than 500 hours of content uploaded every single minute just to YouTube, how do they even begin to get noticed? Well, some influencers have a talent. They can sing or dance. Some give brash opinions.
Okay, right. Okay, listen to the interview.
Terrorize the people around where you live. Why do it?
I wouldn't really call it terrorizing, I would just call it more having fun. But let's get this out of the way first.
I apologized. You see this situation that blew up on the internet, the walking into random houses? The next day, I apologized to the woman because I felt bad, innit? Like, deeper than social.
That guy could be a model. He has some nice features. He could be a great model, but he decided just to be a dumbass.
Social media, like, it went deeper than social media. That's why I didn't record it. She recorded me apologizing to her. I told her sorry, and she explained that she was terrified because like children were in the house, and I understood it.
What were you doing in the house?
What was I doing in the house? I don't know. It was a stupid video. Like I got peer pressured to say. I don't want to say it like in that way, but
Or somebody else's fault?
I'm not blaming it on no one else.
I mean, you break into a
I
house
went into the house.
with a woman and a husband and two
I
young,
went into the
two
house
young
on my
kids.
own accord.
No, I'm just saying, okay, you went through their door, right? But it's not your house. You're not supposed to be in there.
Oh, no shit.
You are causing a lot of alarm to that poor woman.
Yo, these kids.
Uncensored. I think you're an idiot for what you've been doing.
Okay.
I also think you're an idiot for playing the race card when no one's mentioned your
really?
skin colour.
Really? Okay, you don't have to mention it to...
I don't care about your skin colour,
Aight.
Mizzy.
Alright.
I care about the fact that you've been terrorising all these people for a sustained period of time. I also care about the fact you've only got a tiny fine today, no deterrent to you whatsoever.
Listen. Kids gonna be kids, right? But I'm gonna tell you one thing. Some 15 years ago, there was a debate in France where these so-called therapists, whatever, child specialists just were saying that we have to abolish spanking. We have to if you beat your children up, to a certain extent, I understand, right? Because some people are just violent with their children. But you cannot even listen, if you ask to any black kid from any black family, right, that grew up in Africa, when you would do stupid shit, you would get beaten up by your mom. And that's how you learn to respect your elders and to have a certain education. And that was way before all these activists turn us to the crazy society we live in now. But they started at that time 15 years ago saying, now listen, if you give a little spanky to your kid, they can report you to the police and you will be arrested. And then they put it in the law in France that, listen, you cannot touch your kid. You cannot touch their hair. And that's where they started. That's when all these that wave of kids are the kids you see now being 18 and having no education at all and being scared of nobody. Listen, me in my software, in my mental software, if I talk to anybody that is older than me, 5 years older than me and up, I cannot talk loud. I cannot disrespect them. I cannot even act as if they are my friends. I'm just, this is in my education. My parents never touched me. They never beat me up. But the maid would beat me up. And it taught me a lot of lessons about noise, about this, about X, Y, Z. And this idea of all these kids growing up in Europe, in the US, that you can tell them nothing, or whatever they feel is more important than rules, that this is where it takes us. And look at it, listen, people are asking him if what he's doing is normal, and what he replies is like, whoa, just having fun. Listen, it's the same thing where all these bikes that you can rent, sometimes here you find them in the water because these kids with no education, and we're in the rich neighborhood, all these kids are rich and spoiled. But yeah, that's what they do. They're just being dumb at a certain age, but at a point, I'm sorry, somebody gonna have to install cameras in places so they can see them when they're doing that shit, and they can go to their parents and find the parents, so that the parents realize and tell them, hey, no more this or no more that, or no more pocket money or XYZ, so that people learn discipline. Listen, that's why you have all these people running away with blue hair and asking all kind of crazy things. It's because of that. DC is the product of these societies. It's not the fault of TikTok. It's the fault of no education and no rules and no possibility to educate your children properly. And them being educated by social media and also, yeah, the dopamine, wanting to exist and be famous. And listen, it makes zero sense.